Good evening, Epiphany Lutheran Church and friends.
And good evening, St. John Lutheran Church friends and family. Welcome to another Friday night fun. And I am behind the ball because I forgot about wearing a hat. And then I walked down and I said, I don't have any jokes.
Oh, that's all right.
It's just what?
We still love you.
Oh, thanks.
We still love you. And
appreciate
everybody
that.
out there loves you too.
Well,
Even Epiphany folk love you.
Well,
so there
I
you
love
go.
them. But,
there you go.
maybe you don't want to.
So, anyway. By the way, tonight, I would like to start by letting people know something.
What's
Because
that?
I guess I started something by making a post. I found a really great thing when Mary and I went shopping today. I ended up discovering this wonderful little thing on a set of napkins, which I thought was perfect. And so I ended up taking a picture of it and I posted it on my Facebook page, which was simply this.
Oh, yeah.
Introverts unite! And then underneath of it says, we're here, we're uncomfortable, and we want to go home. So anyway, I thought it was the perfect description. It was the perfect description. Oh, just wait. While you're keep looking for jokes. So
I found a few.
So I thought it was the perfect joke for introvert. But I ended up causing because a good friend of ours ended up posting something that said, well, Pastor David, you're not an introvert. I know you can talk with people. And people do not understand that being an introvert, and there's a lot of you introverts out there that know this. Being an introvert has nothing to do with how you are around people. It's where you get your energy from. And there are some people that when they're around people, they are energized, and it just makes it just fills them up with enthusiasm, and they get a lot of energy from it. And then there's those of us who were around people and we have a great time, but we are exhausted after we're all done. And to this, I bring up a story.
Yes,
to tell you the difference.
I just told that
to tell
the
you
couple
the difference. Well, there you go.
Officiate at their wedding. I told them that last night.
To tell you the difference between an introvert and extrovert.
Especially
let me use
a big extrovert.
Let me use
extrovert.
our wedding night as a good example. We had
nothing you have to worry about the wedding
night. Yes, you're good. But let's just say that on our wedding night we had a beautiful wedding. The most gorgeous bride in the entire world was there.
Thank you.
And we had a wonderful reception. But after a while...
And we worked hard preparing and
did.
Planning and getting everything just right. And we had so many wonderful friends and family had come.
Let me tell you the difference between an introvert and an extrovert.
This is what we always tell.
At around about, it was 10 o'clock or so.
We got married at 3:30, just so you know.
Yeah, so we got married at 3:30. It's about 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm really ready to go off with my new bride, and I'm kind of ready to move on from reception. It's time to go, right? So it's like, okay, honey, it's time to go.
See, and I should say to you, we've been married almost 28 years. And I always know when he's ready to move on because he pretty much does that kind of thing. I'm like, okay, he's going to say it's time to move on. Let's go.
Yep.
He's ready to go.
But meanwhile, my new bride ended up saying, but wait, I still got to say hi to some more people. I still got to talk. There's still people here I got to talk to. We can't go yet. I still got more people to talk to. Folks, this is the difference between an introvert and an extrovert.
And guess what happened?
We stayed until the last person was there.
Well, the thing I told the couple last night too was my family came in just the day of the wedding rehearsal, which was the day before, because my family was going through the Mississippi flood problems at the time, which they were flooded 2 weeks later. Literally, the home I grew up in was flooded knee high to the second floor. And I looked at David and I said, I love you and I'm happy we're married, but my family's leaving in the morning and I've hardly seen some of these people. So I'm going to go spend 3 weeks with you on a honeymoon, which I was excited about.
That's fine. And I just want to let...
but I want him to understand that 2 more hours was not going to kill him, and I really want to stay.
But
we worked really hard.
I love you very much, and I will always remember that. But you know what? And I do really appreciate the fact that that was the case. But that would have been the case whether they had come from Missouri and were
All
leaving
right,
the next day.
all right, Mr. Introvert. All right.
It's okay. It's just the wonderful difference between the two of us.
But I know when he's ready to go.
Yes.
I know, and I
We're
try.
here, we're uncomfortable, and we want to go home.
I try. Well, and sometimes if I know I'm going to want to stay longer, I just say, look, you drive your own car. You leave when you want if we're like here in the area.
So just so you
So
know,
I can stay
just
longer
because
and
I
visit.
can talk to people and be with people and have fun doesn't mean that I'm not an introvert. That's not what it is. People think introvert means being shy. That's
No.
not it.
An introvert loses energy after a while after being around people. It's not that they don't like them or
They
care
draw
about them.
their energy from inside themselves
And being alone.
and rather than being
And extroverts draw their energy from being with people.
yes.
So, like for me, I get very jazzed. I think David realizes this after all these years now. It takes me longer to like go to sleep and calm down after going to an event or being with a bunch of people because I am so jazzed because I just enjoy being
And
with
I love
others.
people too. Don't think. So it's not like you're
No,
gonna think,
but I get a lot of
oh my
energy
gosh,
from it.
Pastor David doesn't like to be around us. No,
No,
I love being around you.
no.
Just know it takes energy
But
on my part.
we should also say that, and I don't. There may be a few pastors that don't do this, but pretty much it is an unwritten rule that Sunday afternoon we all take a nap because
The liturgical nap.
I love Sunday, you love Sunday,
Yes.
and as much as I love Sunday and as much as I love being with people, I still come home worn out.
Yes.
So I try to always build in time for a nap on Sunday, even if I have meetings in the evening or other things church-wise to do.
Take if you time to find jokes.
Well, I don't know. The one I had to put them where I didn't think they were that
All
great.
right. Sam, pick a number.
21.
21. Okay, so our useless information today. Today, the useless information comes from who knew things you didn't know about things you know well. I'm not sure where I got this book from. Do you know where I got this book from?
No, it was
Okay.
in our stuff.
It was in our stuff. We got it somewhere. One of you gave this to me. Okay, sorry, I forgot. All right, here we go. Sam, did you know M&Ms owe their success to the United States military, which was hungry for a candy that could hold up in GI's pockets and backpacks and could be eaten without their trigger fingers getting sticky? There we go. Things
Oh, I
you
love
didn't know.
M&Ms.
There
Love
you
They're
go.
actually still put into the military food packets to this day.
That's it. Melts in your mouth, not in your hands. Okay, pick another number.
M&Ms.
47.
47. So on number 47, our fact for the day is nothing, but we'll look at 46. By the way, American Express. Now, Sam, we're really glad you don't know about credit cards yet, and the longer you wait to know about about credit cards, the best. What do you think the highest priced single purchase ever charged on an American Express card was?
Oh, I can't. 100 million?
Oh no! Okay, that's that's a little too much, but okay.
2 million?
2.5 million. It was for a painting by Roy Lichtenstein.
Wow.
So there you go.
I wonder if they put that on the pay over time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, we're going to be $50 a month for the rest of our lives.
That's it. Sam, pick another number.
What's it go to?
Oh, it's
125.
125. Yeah, it's certainly. I think it almost goes to 200. 125. Sam says this. Okay, this might mean that you never want to do this. Okay, the original Volkswagen Beetle. Do you know who it was commissioned by?
Let me guess. Was it commissioned? They're a German company, right?
They are.
And was it commissioned by Adolf?
It was. It was commissioned by Adolf Hitler and designed by Ferdinand Porsche. So, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm still working
You
on
still
it.
working? Okay, pick another
I'm
number.
looking for Friday jokes that are okay
99.
to tell.
99. Here we go. We'll just keep going with our useless facts here. So Sam, do you know about the movie Casablanca?
Yes, I do know about Casablanca.
Good, very good. It's a classic movie. One of those movies everybody out there. Okay, it's one of those movies that you really need to see. In fact, by the way, Oscars. Movies. It's Oscar night on Sunday night.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there we go.
Right,
So
Oscar
anyway,
trivia.
by the way, for those of you that don't
Sounds
know,
good.
we Mank is one of the movies that's up for a lot of Oscars this year, and Mank is about one of the other writers of Citizen Kane, worked
Yes.
with Orson Welles.
Yeah.
By the way, classic movie, and what I was heard being said is that if you get a chance to see Mank, really what you should do is either before or after, you really need to watch Citizen Kane. And by the way, I just want to say I did get a chance to see. I went to a college that showed some great movies on Friday night, and because of
We
that,
did too.
I got to see Citizen Kane.
See, I'm not seeing it
I
all the way
got
through.
I got to see Casablanca.
They
so.
sell Citizen Kane on Amazon for $1.99, but you can also watch the first 30 minutes on YouTube for free.
Okay. You really need to see the whole movie.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because then
I'm glad you remind me. Yes, I have.
when Citizen Kane at the very beginning goes, Rosebud, you won't know what that means until the end of the movie. But anyway, Casablanca, who starred?
You must remember this. Ingmar
Ingmar
Bergman.
right?
And say it again, Sam. No, she says play it again, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart.
How could I forget? I can tell I'm getting
How
old. I already
many
know.
cigarettes were smoked in Casablanca?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
A lot.
22.
That's all?
Yeah. By the way, back in the day, and if you know, right now and I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful. No offense to any of you out there who smoke, but I gotta tell you, I am very thankful that we have our public spaces now in which you're not allowed to smoke. But I remember I was at the cusp of generation, in terms of college. I remember my freshman year of college at Carleton College, a liberal arts college in Minnesota.
Oh, we weren't
In
allowed to
which-
smoke in our dorms, so I went to
Well,
public.
no, we didn't know. We
public
weren't allowed to
college.
smoke in our dorms. But I will always remember the English professor of the English class I took my freshman year. It was an 8:30 class or 8 o'clock class. It was early. And I could always tell when class was about to finish when she lit up her 5th cigarette of the class. Now, story has it that about 5 years later, she finally got complaints about it. But she was a great teacher. But I remember the cigarette going like
Maybe it
this
would've
while the
saved
chalk
her.
is going like this. So, but another age.
Wow.
Another age. You got
Wow.
jokes?
No, I've got Oscar trivia since you
Oscar
mentioned
trivia.
that.
Oh, there
yes.
we go. Oscar trivia.
So sorry, no jokes tonight, because what I was coming up with wasn't very good. But I love the Oscars. I was raised on watching the Oscars. We have watched 2 movies that are up for Best Picture. I think we would say we like them both. Nomadland, which is on Hulu. Very tough, but realistic film of people who live on the road working jobs to try to live. Well, no, it's three of the main people. That's how they
I
live.
wasn't arguing. I think that it was very good. I'm not going to comment on
Okay.
it. So.
All right, I know the whole Amazon thing, but and what was One Night in Miami we watched.
Which was not up for, I don't think it's
No,
up for
but
Best
it's-
Picture, but it's up for quite a few.
It's
Yeah,
a very good
yeah, and it was
Yeah.
very good too, and it's a historical fictional retelling of what the author thinks might have happened one night when they really did come together.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali,
Right before he became Muhammad Ali. Malcolm X.
Who was the singer?
Jim Brown,
Yep.
the
Yes.
football player, and
he wrote the one song. It was his last song that he ever wrote. It
Yes.
was.
He died a year later, I think.
Yep. It was.
less than a year later.
Less than a year later,
Wasn't
but
it?
it was that they were all
Anyway,
together. But
it might
anyway,
have
it was
been
Y'all out
Very
there, just,
good.
yeah, it was
Very
good.
powerful
A
movie.
change is going to come. Yeah.
And we are gonna try to watch 2 more at least this weekend. So we'll see what we can do. So anyway, I love the Oscars, so I decided to look up things about the Oscars. Oh, I should also mention, if you like PBS, the American Experience this last week, if you can look it up, was on L. Frank Baum. And if you know who L. Frank Baum is, he was the author of The Wizard of Oz. And the story about his life is really interesting and amazing. And
Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke.
And,
Thank you,
and
Sam.
it's just interesting how he came to write The Wizard of Oz and the influence his mother-in-law had on him. And it was really, really good. You could tell I fell asleep on it. But then I woke up for the ending and it was great. So, all right. So the name of the Academy Award trophy is actually the Academy Award of Merit, but it's known as Oscar. No one really knows why, but there's a theory that a librarian and later executive director for the Academy noted that the statuette resembled her uncle named Oscar.
Oh,
The nickname wasn't officially associated with the trophy until 1939. I think you know the answer to this one. Who was the youngest Oscar winner ever?
The youngest Oscar winner ever?
Yeah, she was 10 years old
Yeah.
for a movie called Paper Moon.
Yes.
Oh, I know this one.
And her dad was in A Love Story.
Mm.
Love means never having to say you're
Yeah.
sorry. Ryan O'Neal.
Ryan
Oh, I know that one.
So his daughter Tatum
Tatum
O'Neal
O'Neal,
was
that's
the
right.
youngest winner. She won supporting actress for Paper Moon, which was a black and white film set in I think the 30s is when it was set. It's very interesting. It's like he's kind of like a grifter or a, kind of like that kind of person, and it's her and him together. And there have been 6 ties in the history of the Oscars. Prior to 1950, being within 3 votes of the winner constituted a tie until an actual tie was necessary to give out the award to multiple contenders. Who is the oldest Oscar winner to date? He just died recently.
Oh, yes, I know this one. Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer, who won Best Actor in a Supporting Role for the movie Beginners at age 82 in 2010.
And when he won the Oscar that year, you can tell we watched the Oscars all the time.
Yes.
He went up on... No, I'm sorry. No, I'm thinking of Jack Palance, who was the oldest before him. Jack Palance, when Jack Palance won an Oscar before that, he was I think he's probably the second oldest. In order to show off, and I think he won it for
Billy Crystal.
Horse
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good movie.
He ended up getting on stage and doing push-ups on stage
With one hand.
With one hand.
Yes. No, apparently Christopher Plummer doesn't say this here, but he made some really clever comment about, it's been so long, or, I don't know. I'll have to look it up, and I'll have to.
Christopher Plummer, most people out there know him from Sound of Music, but it's a movie that he almost regretted making.
Yeah, but then I saw a really good interview with him that they had done in the last year or two, just recently. I think it was on CBS Sunday Morning, and it was excellent. And he talked about becoming such good friends with Julie Andrews and just that friendship and everything. But one of my favorite movies of his was almost his last one, if not his last one, which is Knives Out. Excellent mystery thriller movie. It's not gory, but it's a great mystery. If you love mysteries and you have not seen Knives Out, I have a copy. I would be glad to loan it to you as long as you're going to bring it back to me. But it is great. It is great. All right. The first Academy Awards were presented in 1929 at a private dinner with about 270 guests. It was first televised in 1953, and the ceremony is now seen in more than 200 countries. Now, this may be on here, but one of them is that Shirley Temple got a special Oscar. It was made for her. It was a little
tiny one,
Mhm.
yes. Yeah.
Yep. Peter Finch of Network and Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight, are the only actors to be awarded an Oscar posthumously. Ledger's Oscar was gifted to his young daughter, Matilda. Meryl Streep has been nominated for how many, would you guess?
Is it 8 times?
No, it's
A
more
record
than
21 times.
No, I was thinking
She
it was
has
like
won
8 times.
She has won 3 Best Actress Oscars, and her most recent win now, I don't think she's won recently, was Iron Lady in 2011. Let me see when these things were from. Well, this is from just this year. Okay, so that means it's up to date. Okay, I'll give you one more, and then you can go because we need to. Jack Nicholson is the most nominated male actor. How many times do you think he has been nominated?
A lot less. What,
A lot
12?
less. 12. You got it right on the
Ooh, there we go.
beginning with 1969's Easy Rider.
Really?
His three wins tie him with Daniel Day-Lewis.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, As Good as It Gets.
Yes.
And I don't know the other one. I should probably.
Well, he's in with Deborah Winger and Shirley MacLaine. I don't know if he won for that.
Oh,
Um,
no.
No.
Yeah. No, I think that.
Boy,
that's
that's bad because
Yeah.
I can tell I'm getting old because I would have been able to say that. And Walter Brennan, and I remember Walter Brennan from all the movies that he was in growing up as a kid. Katharine Hepburn has won a record 4 Oscars, all Best Actresses. All right, you go ahead. I'm going to look up
Pick a
what
number,
Jack
Sam.
Nicholson.
74.
74. Here we go. Number 74. Our fact is. Sam, where do you think the idea. Sam, put your hands up. Other side. Other one. Okay, good. I'm just making sure Sam has his painted fingernails here. Sam, do you know where the idea of painting fingernails originated?
No, I do not.
It originated in China, where the color of someone's nails indicated their social rank.
Oh.
So there you go.
Terms of Endearment.
Terms of endearment.
In 1984, he won. In 1976, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. 1984 for Terms of Endearment. And I don't know what did you say the other one
As
was?
good as it gets, isn't it?
I
Did
think
he-
so, yes.
did
That
he not-
was 1998.
Did he not win anything for The Shining?
No.
No.
Wasn't even nominated.
Really?
No, it's not the kind of movie they would nominate.
Here's Johnny. Okay. All right. Another number, Sam.
53.
53. Okay. 53. The number up. We'll just do 52. They have a picture on 53. The paper used to make money is composed of linen and several types of cotton, including denim,
Yes,
which
I
gives
knew
it
that.
its unique fabric-like feel and durability. So,
That's why you do that to paper.
is it another number?
78.
78. There we go. 78 says the microwave was born when an engineer testing a magnetron tube noticed that the radiation leaking from it had caused the chocolate bar in his pocket to melt.
Wow.
He wasn't having
Interesting.
M&Ms.
No.
Okay.
Hey, I like to put okay. So this little trick of mine, I like to put M&Ms in the microwave alone, not in a bowl. Well, you can put them in a bowl if you want. And do them for about 30 seconds, and they crack really well. And when you put them in your mouth, they melt. And those are really good at popcorn, which I may have to have for the Oscars on Friday night. Which I want to read this. Okay, so I want you to guess. There are 3 movies that are the most successful films in Oscar history. What do you think they are? We have seen the first one, I don't know if we saw together, but the other 2 we have seen together.
Gone with the Wind.
No.
No. Okay. Avatar.
No.
No.
That didn't get really.
The one that my
Good
heart will
box
go
office.
on.
Oh, Titanic.
The
Yeah.
Titanic. Titanic.
Okay, there's one. Okay. Glad I saw
one
it.
that's very old, because I'm very old. And it's not 10 Commandments, but it was in that kind of league of shows.
Lawrence of Arabia.
No, it had no. That's early 60s, but this has it's 2-part name to it with a hyphen in the middle. And the first one
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
Okay.
And the last one is probably one of our most favorite trilogies.
Oh, it was the Return of the King.
The Return of the King,
Return
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Most successful films in Oscar history, they have each won 11 Oscars, with the latter winning every award for which it was nominated.
Wow.
Now, when you have 3, so the latter would be the last, because former and latter is usually 2 things. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In 1940, the LA Times broke the Academy's embargo and published the name of all the Oscar winners prior to the ceremony. That's no good. Who wants to watch
No,
that?
Really?
After this, the Academy introduced the sealed envelope tradition that is still practiced to this day. But we remember what happened a few years ago with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Hope hosted the most ceremonies. How many times do you think he hosted the most, making him the most frequent Oscar host ever?
Was he about 20?
19.
19.
Yes, and Walt Disney has the most Oscar wins of all times. In all, he's won 22 competitive Oscars and 3 honorary ones out of a total of 59 nominations. He was nominated for 1 Oscar every year between 1942 and 1963.
Okay.
That is really pretty amazing. I'll tell you, Pixar's on a good run too. They haven't won every year, but they've won close to every year. And Soul is one of the for best animated, which
Yep.
very, very good and very interesting to talk about film. So, all right. Oh, here's one more thing to share. Oscar winners don't really own their statues. Upon being presented with the trophy, winners must sign an agreement stating that should they wish to sell their statuettes, they must first offer them to the Academy for $1. If they refuse, they cannot keep their trophy.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's a big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
Not everybody has an Oscar. I always like hearing people's stories. Well, where do you have your Oscar? Some of them had it in their bathroom. I'm like, why would you put your Oscar in the bathroom?
Well, you get to look at it all
Well,
the
I
time.
guess, but think about your shower and the steam and what it might do to it. I don't know. I just think that's a little crazy, but whatever.
All right.
It's not my Oscar, so I guess I can't complain.
There we go.
All right, it's time for Sam.
Oh, it's time for me already?
Yep.
It is.
It is. It's
Oh.
closing in on
You tell them why you're wearing your interesting pants tonight.
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Sam it just got finished taping for his orchestra class.
Can't
He
believe
just
this.
got finished taping. Speaking of films, well, it's kind of a film, but he just got finished taping playing King George from Hamilton.
But it was the viola part,
Yeah.
and they're all going to be put together, right?
Yep.
And so we hope that when we get it, we could share it with you all.
Of course.
Because even if you don't know Hamilton, it is a great song.
It is an amazing song.
And
I do
Samuel
very,
dressed
very
up,
much
which
love
they
it.
get extra points for, and he dressed up as King George. And if you recognize the crown St. John, it's because he borrowed a crown from St. John's Christmas pageant, which I will be
I
bringing
very,
back
very
soon.
much did. I'm very thankful, St. John. Thank you very
All
much.
right. What are you going to sing for us tonight,
We
Sam?
are singing I'm Trading My Sorrows tonight. So,
All right.
yeah. So, you guys ready?
I'll do my best to follow along.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm trading my sorrows, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness, I'm trading my pain, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. Singing, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, amen. I'm pressured, not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. I'm blessed beyond the curse, for his promise will endure, that his joy's gonna be my strength. Though the sorrow may last for the night, his joy will come in the morning. I'm trading my sorrow, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness, I'm trading my pain, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. Singing, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Amen.
Yay.
There
Sam.
we go.
I was
Yeah.
thinking you are improving on the guitar, aren't you?
Thank you. I try.
And that's not all. We got one more song coming up. He's been ready for it. I know he even told me earlier this week what he was going to do. So in just a minute, coming down here,
You
we're
give me that
about to see.
pillow. I need a pillow.
So,
behind me.
we're about to see Christopher Armstrong-Reiner with the next song coming up here. We'll see how quickly he comes down. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
didn't we
think
bring
I
him down
have.
here last time? He probably should have been down here.
no, that's all right. No, that's because he was down here. Is Christopher Armstrong-Reiner coming down to sing? Yeah. Are you ready?
Right.
Are you going to give a big
Okay.
smile to everybody and a hello? Come on down and
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, tell what are we going to sing tonight?
Love your neighbor's song.
Love Your Neighbor song. Who what's it from?
The story of Flipper
The story of Flipper Lou, which by the way is Veggie Tales and is a retelling of the story of the prodigal son. No, excuse me. A retelling of the story of the Good Samaritan.
Yes.
So are you ready to sing
Right.
the Love Your Neighbor song?
Yes, please.
Okay. We'll have to make sure that there's no ads with it, right?
All right.
Okay.
Do. He has a shoe and I have a pot. But when we look deeper, there's more than we cut. Got me a special, and now I can see if you're special to him, and you're special to me. Love your neighbor. When someone helps you, then you understand when you love your neighbor. Loving means lending a hand. If you see someone who's not your need, maybe it's time to perform empathy. And when you finish, you'll find that it's true. When you make them feel better, you'll feel better too. Here, let me help you. Thank you. Oh, love your neighbor. When someone helps you, then you understand. When you love your neighbor, love them is gladly on it.
Take a bow.
Oh, that's so bad.
Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Good job.
Thank you
Bubba.
so much.
You're welcome.
So a few prayer requests for people we know. So we want to pray for Christopher's teacher, Miss Tiffany, who I think is traveling because she has a family
Family
emergency
emergency,
and
yeah.
will be gone this week. So we just pray for her and her family with whatever's going on. And we will miss her this week, but we pray that they can be together and support each other in whatever's going on. So I also want to ask prayers for all the seniors in high school that you know. Sam's got 2 weeks
That
today.
they make it to graduation,
and
actually,
finish everything
and
on
finish everything
time.
that they need to get done.
And they all passed their AP test.
Yeah.
Sam has a math theory AP test. Yeah, Miss Ellie, who watches this, who is a piano teacher of many decades, was surprised what I said last night that you were taking the AP test for music theory, and I said yes, and it seems like it's been an upper level college course because it's been very good, but
That's what
very
AP
tough.
means.
Yes. So very so.
And if you're watching out there, Pastor Nahali, we continue to keep you in prayer.
Yes, definitely.
Who had hip replacement surgery this past Tuesday, and I know it's been not an easy recovery for her, but we continue to keep her in prayer. Yes.
And also, we pray for Andy and June Harnack, those from St. John. Rita Bennett had let me know today she had called June and they were at the emergency room. The good news is they're home and Andy's fine, but he was having some tremors that wouldn't stop. So they went to get him checked. But I talked to June's daughter tonight and they've come home and doing, I think, pretty well. I will call June tomorrow. I would encourage you just to keep them in your prayers and wait to call them during the day tomorrow because from what I understand, June was pretty worn out, and so But I will be checking on them tomorrow, and we'll share anything. If there's any specific prayer requests, I will share them on Sunday at worship. Don't forget, St. John people, you will be getting a Zoom note for questions and answers about the proposal for the new roof at St. John Lutheran. You should have received an email about it, or it's in the newsletter, and I'm not sure if a letter was sent, but I know it was in a separate email, and so there's questions at 1 p.m. on Zoom this Sunday, and then the following Sunday, May 2nd, we will have the vote at 1 p.m. also on Zoom. So we hope that you will join us, and we want to thank our task force for all their hard work on that, and also our administrative assistant Lynn, who was a part of that and helped with all of that. And there will be a PowerPoint on Sunday to share more about that. And don't forget, at both of our congregations this Sunday, it's Good Shepherd Sunday, which I actually really love, because there's always some interesting things to think about with Jesus being the Good Shepherd, and what does it mean to be a shepherd today? What does it mean to be sheep? What does it mean about us and our world? And so I'm really looking forward to it. So worship for us is outside at 10 a.m. with communion afterwards, and drive-up communion from 11 to 11:30. 11:30 to 12:30 is coffee hour Zoom online, and 1 o'clock is getting on for the Zoom meeting. So
on Epiphany will be 11 o'clock, drive-in worship with communion at the end.
So I don't think there's any other. Oh, this is our last Sunday to collect for Noonan. We've been collecting money that will go to the Southeastern Center for the Disaster Relief for Noonan specifically. So bring your change, and thank you for all of you who've been bringing your change and your crackling, as Larry Schultz likes to call it. Next month, our collection will be, we're trying to rebuild our playground, and we do have some money to start with, but we're trying to raise a little bit more to help us be able to do that. So that's what our collection will go for that. So last Sunday, though, this week, I'm going to get my change out and bring it for the work that the Southeastern Synod and Inspiritus, they work together. Inspiritus is there for like a month or a little bit longer on the ground, but then Southeastern Synod Disaster Response stays longer. And so that Pastor Katie, I asked her where we should give our funds, and she said that's what we should do. So that's what we're doing. So that's all I can think of for tonight. We hope you have a great Friday. I do have to say, I was trying to look for Friday jokes, and 2 different people today said to me, "Oh, I bet you're looking forward to the weekend." I said, "Well, we're pastors. So actually, Saturday is Friday for us. Because Fridays are run around, get things done day."
Well, there's always my joke that I've always used on it. When people used to complain and say they were so disappointed because there's so many places that you have to work on Sunday. And I just look at them and say, well, I always been working on Sunday. And that worked out as a really joke until someone had the best comeback when they looked back at me and they said, "Yeah, but that's the only day you work."
Yeah, hardy, har.
It's all right. With that,
well, we're so glad you joined us tonight, and those of you who will be watching tomorrow. And we know here in Georgia there's going to be a lot of rain coming, so please be safe tomorrow. And keep and listen, because there could be some really bad storms coming in, I think later in the afternoon.
Yep.
So just
stay dry.
Please stay safe too. And we look forward to seeing as many of you as we can, either online or in person on Sunday. And until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you.
May the Lord make his face shine on you.
And be gracious to you.
And be gracious to you.
May the Lord look upon you with favor.
And
give you peace.
In the
In
name of the Father, and the Son,
and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
I think you go right to left.
And I'm just doing it opposite, just because I know we're going to go opposite. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.